I have always suffered from a huge case of hair envy. I want everyone else's hair but my own. I have been like that probably since I was 12 years old. I see people, I'm like, oh, your hair is so pretty. Oh, your hair is so pretty. Oh, I wish my hair looked like yours. So the idea of people asking me for pictures of my haircut and wanting a hair tutorial baffles me. But today, I'm gonna do it. Hi, I'm Dawn with Just Doing My Best, and I think I have the straightest hair on the planet. I can remember being in middle school and high school, and everybody had such pretty hair, and it took me forever and ever and ever to try to do those hairstyles. And by the end of the day, I just looked like, ugh, and I was just sick about it. But I think that we all just, for lack of better words, just do our best. So today we're going to talk about styling straight hair. You can see mine is about chin length and it's super, super straight, and I don't have a lot of hair. So if that's your hairstyle, that's what we're going to do today. And I hope that you will take a minute and you will find me on Facebook and on Instagram. Say hi, check out my website where you can see all of my outfits and some of my very favorite products and the links. And I hope that you'll share this with other women who are just like us. We're over 40, we're over 50, and we just want to do the very best that we can with what we have to work with right now. So today we're going to style this super, super straight hair. I think everyone has their routine and what works best for them. For me, what works best is I like to put my makeup on while my hair is wet and then do my hair. I don't know why, I think it just works better that way, but also I find that I'm not having to move my hair out of the way to put makeup on or get makeup in my hair. So this way, it's just a little bit cleaner for me to put all my makeup on and then do my hair last. Now, all the products that I use, I will link in the description of this video. The first thing that I start with is the Color Wow Dream Coat. If you've not used this, I love this for humidity. It helps keep the color vibrant and long lasting in your hair, but also it helps with humidity. And the other day, my husband and I were going to church, and I happened to check the weather app, and on our way to church, the humidity was 97%. So to say that I need something for humidity in the summertime is a little bit of an understatement. And what's great about this Color Wow, the Dream Coat, is you only have to use it. You spray it in your hair wet, and you only have to use it every 2 to 3 times. So you're not using it every single time. So this bottle will probably last about 6 months. It lasts a good long time. I want you to know that because I'm going to say it's a little over $20, but you're definitely going to get your money's worth out of it. And it's activated by heat. So while my hair is wet when I'm putting makeup on, what I do is when it's drying out, I just keep wetting it. I'm still putting my makeup on, I keep wetting it. I don't put this on until right before I get ready to blow dry because, like I said, they say it's heat activated. So I want to put it on, work it through my hair, and then blow dry my hair. So that's the first thing. So when I'm using this, like I said, every 2 to 3 times that I wash my hair, in between time, I'm using the leave-in conditioner that I like, or whatever product that you decide to use. But this is the one that I use. Honestly, I will be really honest with you. With my hair, because it is so straight, like mind-numbingly, it doesn't hold a curl, horribly straight, that it really does me no good. to use a lot of products that are going to do volume and things like that. I personally have not found many of those things that worked for me because my hair is so straight and because our humidity is so bad. So between the two of those, I just kind of do the best I can and then just say a prayer when I leave the house. A while back, I finally invested in a really good blow dryer, and I'm so glad I did, and I will link that as well. I do want to tell you before I blow dry my hair that I could probably spend a whole lot more time with the whole holding and, curling and doing all that. I probably could spend a whole lot more time on that. And would it help? Maybe a little. But I'm going to be honest with you and just say that I don't want to spend 45 minutes or an hour doing my makeup and then 45 minutes or an hour doing my hair. I don't want to spend that much time. So I spend the time doing my makeup, and then when I do my hair, I only want it to take about 15 or 20 minutes. I want to do it and be done and leave the house. And so when you see me and you think, oh my gosh, she's not, doing all of this all over her head, I probably could. Maybe it would help, but I don't want to spend all that time. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like doing my hair every single day. They say to put the Dream Coat on in a few sections and brush it through, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to brush it through, and then I'm going to start blow drying. And one of the things that you will notice when I blow dry, I normally part on my right hand side, which I do. Excuse me. But because I want more volume, you'll see me while I'm blow drying, moving it over to the other side. When you move it over to the opposite side when you're blow drying, then it gives you a little lift on the side that is your dominant side, the side that you're going to work with normally. So I blow dry a lot this way and this way, because I need a little volume in the crown and I want a little volume right here. So that's what you'll see. Turning the heat down a little bit because I have it on the highest heat to start with while it's very, very wet. See, it does give a little bit of lift over here when I do that, but you'll see it doesn't last long. So could I spend more time on it? Probably, but it doesn't do a ton of good. So I'm just kind of keep grabbing, aim, And I only do it in a few places. So that is blow drying. And then before I start styling it, I take a dry texture spray, and I'll also link this, but I take a dry texture spray and kind of just give it a little bit of texture, a little something to work with. And then while I'm styling it, I also use a little bit of hairspray to kind of lock it in just a little. Now you'll see me when I'm styling use hairspray. I use it during, I use it after, because once I get done, if it's not locked in, by the time I get 3 miles down the street, it just looks like this. So I need to kind of, give it some hold power. I remember when I was in high school and all the pretty hairstyles and everyone was using their curling irons, and oh, I wanted that so bad. And I worked so hard on it and it just fell straight. So you'll probably never see me do a curly hair tutorial because it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work at all. So when the flat iron came out, I was all praising the flat iron gods because this is my tool of choice and it's really the only thing that's going to work for me. So you will only see me flat ironing and hairspray and texturizing, and that is pretty much it. So you'll see, I will show you what the back looks like at the end, but it's just kind of tapered in the back. So and all I'm doing is I'm really just smoothing it out, smoothing out some of kind of the frizzy ends, and just where it kind of, wants to kind of go a little crazy at the end. But keep in mind something when you're using your flat iron. See if I can show you and show you well. So if you start with the flat iron at the base and work your way out, you get a good kind of curve, okay? I'm gonna do it down here because I can straighten it back up. If you go straight and then you turn it, see, you're gonna get the ends to go under like this, which is what I don't want. So I'm just gonna kind of make it straight, and it doesn't want to go under anyway, and it really doesn't want to go out. So even when that is super stylish, everybody was going out, my hair doesn't want to do that either. So I'm just working with what God gave me. So if I do, when I come around back here, excuse me, if I do start at the base and kind of give it a little curve like that, then what I usually do is spray it so that it stays in place. And since my hair is so straight and it's not super long, and I don't really need to see the back until the end anyway, just makes saving myself a little bit of time. So I'm just taking it in about 2 to 3 inch sections. You've got a 5 inch, about a 5 to 6 inch section here, but you don't want to use that much. You only want to do a 2 to 3 inch section. And I start at the base, and I said, I'm just giving it a kind of a curve is what I'm doing. So if you can kind of see, that's all I'm doing. And then, like I said, if I get the perfect curve, then I'll put a little spray on it and just pray over it and hope that it stays. but start from the bottom and work your way up, because if you start from the top, then by the time you get to the bottom, so if I do this and then this and then this, by the time I do here, it's going to flatten out what I just did in the middle. So start from the bottom and work your way up. See, I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a curve in there. Did you see that? I'm going to show you again what I did with my bangs. Because what I don't want is I don't want it to be really curved in the front. Just a little. So what I did was I kind of move this out of the way and just do this part for now. And I'm just more going out and curving at the same time. That's probably a little too much, but as you'll see in a couple of minutes, it'll fall flat. So you are going to kind of work with what you have and see if it will stay. You know, some people, your hair, even if it is straight, will hold a curl a little bit better. Mine clearly does not. So now I've kind of made my way all the way around. So now I'm going to do this part right here where I want a little lift in my crown. See, it's not a super big section. Can you see that? It's not a super big section. And I'm going to start at the base and work it out just a little bit. And then I'll show you something else that I do a lot of time. Right in the middle, before I take it up, give it a little bit of a tease and maybe even spray it before I run the flat iron through it. And do you see that? See, it really kind of stands up. Got a little rooster action going on up there. It won't stay like that, so I don't really stress it too much. So another thing that I do is when I've done that and I've got kind of my curve there, then I kind of spray it into place. I don't know why I'm not liking that right there. But that is pretty much curling or straightening, I suppose. And now I'm just gonna style it. And honestly, I just style it with my fingers. And I do a lot of this. You'll see me where I need to spray it to kind of hold that little bit of a bump or a little bit of curve that I put in it. But what I do is I don't want a helmet. I want to have a little bit of texture in it. I want it to be piecier. And so what I do a lot is if I want to spray this part right here, I protect the part next to it with my hand so that I'm not getting it all over. So I'm not just putting an entire layer of hairspray on, I'm really targeting the area that I wanted to get, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and style it now. We'll see what happens, fingers crossed. Before I start styling, I did want to say something about the flat iron, whether it's a flat iron or a curling iron. You want to make sure that you're sectioning out your hair. Now, I don't have a ton of hair. So it's usually never an issue for me. My daughter, on the other hand, has enough hair for 5 people. So for her, it is super, super important to brush everything really well and use small sections to section it off. So if you notice that I didn't do that, it's because I don't have but about 5 hairs on my whole head. They're just a really close-knit group. And so I don't have to section off my hair and just do this part. I don't have to do that. If you have a lot of hair, be sure that you're getting some clips. See, it doesn't even want to stay up there. Be sure that you're getting some clips and you're doing just the bottom section. And then you're sectioning off the top and you're just doing the middle section. Because then if you don't do that, what's going to happen is when you run your flat iron through your hair, you're going to be creating permanent waves instead of permanent straight. See, mine stick straight anyway, but my daughter's is so thick, and that if she's got tangles in it or she uses too much hair, then you're just gonna make permanent just where it's all gonna want to stick together and mat together, if that makes any sense. So I don't have a ton of hair. I'm not sectioning it off because I don't need to. If you have a lot of hair, be sure that you're doing it in sections. Do the bottom, then do the middle, then do the top, and use your clips and section it off, whether you are using a flat iron or whether or not you're using a curling iron, because you'll get a much better style and it will stay so much better for you. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to style this. And I'm just using my fingers and a whole lot of hairspray. And like I said, I will find a little section and kind of spray it and then kind of protect the rest so that I'm not creating a helmet. I'm just creating some pieces and some texture. So that is pretty much that. And now I'll show you the back. Here's the back and the side. And I'm just doing a lot of this when I am styling it. Now, I did forget to say that my favorite shampoo and conditioner is It's a 10, and I'm going to link that as well. So if you click on the link in the description, one of them will take you to almost all of the products that I use for my hair. So that should make it super easy. But I would love to know if any of this helped. Please leave a comment and let me know if you have straight hair, if you have curly hair, what kind of hair you have, and if this helped. If you're here today, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for liking this video and subscribing. Please let me know what else you'd like to see in the future, and I would be happy to help. For now, I hope you'll go out today and you will be blessed and you will do your best.